Yo, what is good, fellow Goyam? Today, I'm going to be breaking down how to fix the UFC featherweight division. Let's get right into it. First of all, the general concept of this video, which should not be a surprise, is that we're going to fucking annihilate all the unks at the top of this division. Trust, we can fix this. Trust. 145 has a lot of current problems. Obviously, number one being that the oldest male champion is the champion of the division. I mean, Volk is 37. Also, I don't know if it's just me, bro, but it feels like Volk is like holding up the division. Like, bro, what more do you have to prove? You're already a Hall of Famer. You're definitely the greatest 145er of all time. Like, why are you sticking around for two Diego Lopez title defenses? Like, no one gives a fuck about that, bro. I don't know. To me, it just feels wrong that he's the champion, and we could get this division rolling so much better if we got him out of there. Another problem, there's also multiple unks that are out of their prime in the top 15 of this division. Josh Emmett, Aljamain Sterling, Brian Ortega, Yair Rodriguez, Volkanovski. Not saying that they're like bad fighters, but I mean, let's be honest, they're all unks. They're all out of their prime. No one, unless you're like a huge fan of them for years, no one really wants to see them in the division. Also, once this is kind of the same problem with Volk being champion, just the division feels so stagnant since the two Lopez fights. It doesn't feel like anything's moving. That fucking Lopez rematch with Volk was pointless. No one wanted that. It ended up being pointless because it was fucking Volk beat him worse than he did the first time. So this division with Volk as champion and these unks, it's like we need to get something rolling here. First of all, we need Alexander Volkanovski to defend his belt against Movsar Evloev. If there's any sort of meritocracy still going on at the UFC, Evloev deserves it, man. Like, he's beaten Arnold Allen, he's beaten Aljamain Sterling, he's beaten Lerone Murphy. He clearly deserves it. I don't think there's anyone arguing with that. So, let's go through the scenarios with this potential fight. Best case scenario, Volk wins a dominant decision, maybe somehow finishes him, which he doesn't really do that often. But yeah, Volk wins and then he retires. This would keep Evloev out of the title picture. No one wants to fucking see him with the belt. Holy shit. And then, like I addressed before, Volk as champion is it's just not great. We need to get him out of there. This would open up some crazy matchups for the vacant belt. Would produce probably one of the most hyped 145 fights in like 4 or 5 years. And then this is the meh scenario. Evloev wins and retires Volk. The reason this is meh is because no one really wants to see Evloev as champion. Like, don't get me wrong, it would open up a lot of exciting rematches for the belt, but like, he's so fucking inactive. He's a fucking Pat Barry disciple. He grooms children. No one wants to see this dude as champ. And then, fuck me, the worst case scenario, and I could so see this happening. Volk takes Evloev 0 and doesn't, I'm not done yet. Like, bro, fuck you. If this happens, he destroys Evloev's fucking hype. He wouldn't have a 0 anymore. No fucking aura. And then he just keeps defending the belt. Like, unless you're a serious glazer of him, I don't see how you can be like, yeah, Volk racking up these decision wins as champion is just amazing. Like, fuck that, bro. No one wants to see that shit. Like I said, unless you're a huge fan of him. Let's run this in September. A lot of people are saying add it to that August card. Like, bro, you don't need a welterweight and a 145 title on the line on the same card. Like, we don't need that. Set this up for September. We're going to make that September card fucking stacked for 145. Next one. Gene Silva versus fucking Aljamain Sterling. This would be a super entertaining matchup. I think Silva has proven that he's got really good grappling defense and also really good submission offense. So there's no way, I mean, I say this, but I don't think there's any way Sterling will just smudge him and have a boring-ass decision like he usually does. This would be a super clear number one contender fight. The winner of this is going to get the title shot. Both of them have stacked up some pretty great wins in 145. And then also, this is why I like it the most, this likely would eliminate Aljo from the title picture, especially if he gets slimed out, which, like, let's be honest, bro. Everyone can see Silva just sliming this dude on the feet after stuffing a couple of takedowns. So, I mean, I don't hate Aljo, but it's like no one wants to fucking see Aljo with the belt again, bro. And he's an unk. So like a KO loss from Gene Silva would probably like permanently eliminate him from the title picture at 145. Also, not just saying this as a Gene Silva fan, but this would set up his long-awaited title shot. Like ever since this guy debuted, everyone's been saying he's going to fight for a belt. When he destroyed Bryce Mitchell, I think he was on a 5-fight finish streak. Everyone thought he's going to fight for the belt, and then obviously the Lopez loss happens. So this would set up a super long-awaited title shot for him. Also, whatever you think about Gene Silva, bro, him having the title or being near the title sets up so many insane potential matchups and rematches. Like, could you imagine fucking Lopez versus Silva 2 for the vacant belt? Or like Vallejos versus Silva 2 for like a number one contender fight? That would be fucking cinema. Throw this on the September card with Volk Evloev. Have the winner of this fight face off with the winner of that fight. If Volk retires, then I don't even know what you do. You just throw Gene Silva or the winner of this in there with someone else for the vacant title. Next one. This one would be a super fun striking matchup. Lerone Murphy versus Arnold Allen. This one is not like super important like the other ones. Like either outcome would be pretty good for the division. Arnold deserves a step up after his last performance. Fucking dog walked Melchizedek Costa, and then also had a super close fight with Gene Silva, which is really impressive. I thought he was going to get destroyed in that one. Made it a lot closer than I thought. And then also Murphy deserves a step down. Like I thought he lost 49-46 to Evloev. Without that point deduction, like it would have been very clear to Evloev in my opinion. Also, like Murphy, he's got to be like the worst number 3 ranked guy in like the sport, bro. His best, am I wrong? His best wins are Aaron Pico, which is pretty good. We'll talk about him in a second. And then Josh Emmett. Like this would be a really good test. Like if Murphy beats Allen, then like, oh shit, he really is at the top. I think I might go with Allen in that one, to be honest. I think he's been looking really sharp recently. Like I said, this one is just more for the continuity of the division. Like either or, it doesn't really matter that much. There's other ones that matter a lot though. And then throw this on a UK card. I don't need to explain that. Now this is very important. Aaron Pico versus Yusuf Law. Fuck this dude. This is a very winnable matchup for Pico. He's really well-rounded. And also, this is important. No one wants Zalal near the title, bro. We saw you do your track running bullshit against Calvin Kattar in the 3rd round. And then also, he just shit the bed against Aljo. Like, I guess he didn't look horrible. Maybe Aljamain is just, well, we know his grappling's insane, but I don't know. He just didn't look great in that fight. And on the flip side, Pico looked crazy improved in his last fight. He like actually was using his wrestling correctly. He was being patient. Looked very good. Also, everyone knows this. Pico has a super entertaining style. He gets flatline KOs. He's got great wrestling. And any matchups with him and the new 145 top 10 would just be awesome. Then also, this is pretty obvious. The UFC likes Pico a lot. They want to give him big opportunities. They gave him the co-main event of a pay-per-view off rip with his UFC debut. Insane. He got slimed out. They still give him a top 15 opponent. Like, that shows that they really do like this guy. Maybe throw this on an October numbered card, or maybe MSG. I think this would be a pretty easy win for Pico. And it would get him into that, top 8, top 10 area. Next one. This is so important, bro. We want to see Rodriguez slimed. We are going to be fighting Yair Rodriguez. Kevin Vallejos versus Yair Rodriguez, number 10 versus number 5. Vallejos is one of the most hyped prospects in the sport, bro. He deserves a step up. Nobody fucking likes Yair Rodriguez. No one knows why he's top 5. No one knows why he's so inactive. I mean, fuck this dude, bro. We need him out of the top 5. And then, obviously, you know how I feel about fucking Yair now. Irregardless, this is going to be an insane striking matchup. I could see Rodriguez pulling it off, but I just think Vallejos' boxing is too crisp. Probably knock him the fuck out. And then Vallejos, he's one of the most hyped prospects in the sport, if not the most hyped prospect. So getting him in there for the top 5 is just going to be great for this division. Once again, fuck Yair Rodriguez. He's got to go. And then clearly, he's not in a spot to be picking and choosing his opponents. Like, Yair clearly deserves a step down for inactivity. This is like arguably the most important one. We need Vallejos in the top 5. Marwan Freaky Rahiki versus David Obama. I mean, how the fuck is Onama ranked? No one knows why he's ranked. No one cares about him. Rahiki is also super fucking entertaining. Go watch his DWCS fight if you can. Holy shit, that was a war. Just knocked out, I think his name's Ollie Schmid in the first round. Also had a fight of the night against Harry Hardwick where he beat his ass and broke his jaw. I mean, if you know, you know. We need to get this dude into the rankings. He's so fucking entertaining, and this is by far the easiest way to do it. I mean, David Onama, I'm pretty sure he was going like life and death with Nate Landwehr, so like, I don't see any other scenario than Rahiki just sliming this dude. And yeah, it'll be fantastic to have him in the top 15. Next one. Holy shit, I am cooking. Somehow I haven't seen anyone else suggest this matchup. Larian Douglas versus Josh Emmett. If you know, you know. The power punching matchup is going to be fucking ridiculous in this one. And doesn't really need to be said, bro. Emmett, you gotta go from the rankings, bro. Your loss streak is ridiculous. You're old as shit. I think he's like actually over 40, which is like, oh my God, we need to get you out of the top 15, bro. I mean, what do you need to say? If you know, you know. This is going to be an insane matchup. Larian Douglas is a wicked fucking striker. And then the UFC's clearly going to want to push him. He had a disgusting knockout on the Contender Series. And then, like, one of the craziest displays of power I've ever seen versus Julian Erosa on the Seattle card this year. If you haven't watched that, go watch that. He was literally just sitting him down with jabs at will. This dude's power is insane. At this point in Emmett's career, bro, like, I don't know how you couldn't think that Douglas is going to easily slime him out, get ranked. And then once you get Douglas in the top 15, that just opens up so many entertaining matchups. Like, that shit's going to be so fire. And then for the fucking remaining Jits that are ranked, Melchizedek Acosta announced he's moving to 155. I think that's a terrible idea. Like, I know he's saying the weight cut's too hard, but I think that's just going to go really badly for him. So he's out of the rankings. And then Garcia versus Lopez, I already broke this down in an earlier video. This is great for the division. This is one I would have made if it wasn't already booked for the White House. Even though, of course, I love fucking Lopez and I want him to slide Mr. Kirkington. Garcia winning would just be better for the division. Like, if he goes out there and slimes Diego Lopez, shit, he might jump the fucking Evloev for the title shot. I mean, that would open up so many entertaining matchups, but I don't know. I think Lopez is just going to fucking smoke him. And then Ortega, bro, just go up to 155. You went into a fucking coma before fighting Aljo. You can't be at this weight class anymore. You've talked about it so many times. Just fucking move up so we can get this division going, bro. You literally do nothing. Go fuck yourself. And then, if my math's correct, there's going to be at least 2 open spots there. Maybe fill those spots in the rankings with Myron Santos, Jose Delano, or if Alberto Montez beats Tommy McMillan on the OKC card, slide him in there. It's hard to say like who we would put in there because there's going to be so many more potential matchups. But if any of those 3 dudes get an impressive win, shoot them into the 14 or 15 spot. I feel like that seems pretty reasonable. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments. I think if it goes to the way I planned, we could have 145 honestly being one of the most stacked divisions in the UFC. We need to get these unks out of here. It can be a fire division. Trust. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. Bye.